What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we are in a weird location today, and yes, we are in my barn. As you can see, still got some roof metal and stuff laying around. Those of you who don't know, let's see if I can point it. A portion of my roof got ripped off. Part of my siding over here got ripped off. The roof got ripped off there. Some back here in the front got ripped off. So anyway, at the end of the day, the animals got to be taken care of. They got to be put away because we have got rain for the next 4 or 5 days on top of the cold weather. So let me flip you around. So I'm just down here piddling around. There's Mom and DJ. Now here's our calving pen right outside that wall. But we got them stocked up on some hay for the evening. Got them some fresh hay on the floor to bed down in. Got our round bales up here. And right now, I'm working on filling up their inner water pen and getting this ice out of here. So what I do is I let it fill up. I'll get a rake, plop all the ice out, throw it out here out of the way so they're able to drink. Now, of course, the reason I do that, if any of you like sweet tea or ice water or Gatorade plumb full of ice in the summertime and it's plumb full and you can't get to the drink, that's why we pull the ice out of there. But trying to get down here and see the extent of the damage to my barn, which is pretty good. Got the roof there really good. So we're going to get all this fixed and straightened back up, but wanted to bring you down here for a minute, show you what we got going on. And no, we don't have any baby animals right now. That won't come till spring. So we've got Mom and DJ here keeping an eye on the farm, keeping an eye on the cattle. They're mainly here just for coyote control. Not sure if any of you are aware of that, what we use the donkeys for here, but that's what we use ours for. So in the meantime, let me go ahead and get some of this ice out of here. All right, as you can see, this is almost full. So normally what I do is just take one of my hay rakes, just get up underneath the ice and pitch it out. All right, so their bin is good and clean. Now I know it doesn't look clean in the camera, just debris on the bottom, stained actually. This is fresh, clean water right out of the hose. That ice will melt. They generally go over here on this corner I've got trimmed out and drink anyway. But we got another round bale here, a portion here, so that'll get us probably the next 2 weeks, and then we'll go around back in the other barn, get more round bales, bring them up here. Barn's pretty empty right now. Generally, this is full of about 200 chickens. And then this pen goes out here to a open pen with a woven ceiling on it. That way chicken hawks and buzzards and stuff can't come in and get my chicks. But generally got hogs in here and back here. But again, it's a winter time. We don't keep any animals here that we've got to worry about feeding. And then when spring comes, we'll fill all this back up. We keep one bull, some heifers, and the donkeys full-time year-round. And as you can see, they are hay burners. They'll burn through all this by this time tomorrow. 24 hours, this will be gone. I mean, they're pretty thick. All right, let's walk out here. I'll show you around a little bit. We'll go on over here and shut this water off to the barn so I'm not running it all over the ground. Yeah, I got to get down here in my fields. You can see I've got some barn metal down there. There's more there. I'm sure there's probably some up there that I'm not seeing, or maybe even in the trees. But we'll get to it and get it straightened out. My fence took a little bit of damage up here. You can see how it's all kind of leaning over. So we're going to have to get out here with the tractor and fix all this fence. Blew my downspout away from my shop out of the way, so I'm going to fix it. Trampoline survived though. That thing's anchored into the ground like you wouldn't believe. It's not going anywhere. All right, that's shut down. Disconnect this. Oh, I can see more barn metal down there in my holler. Man, look what a deer scraped down there. Good night. It's right, well, let me see. Right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but big boys are out there scraping on that tree this year. All right, there's that. I'm gonna take you back here, show you some of the barn that got tore up. I know a lot of you are asking. Well, you can kind of see it from here now, but a lot of people take these little barns for granted, or tractor barns, storage barns, but I'm gonna tell you something. You do what we do out here, they are handier in the shirt pocket. Keep the animals out of the weather, keep stuff dry. Yeah, plumb ripped all of this off. Self-folding that over, you can see where it actually lifted the roof there. And then over here, it got the top of that metal. Started peeling my siding back here. Yeah, it got everything, but it's all good. We're gonna get it all fixed and replaced. Fortunately, the shop didn't suffer any major damage. We're good there. I don't believe it got any of my big fence back this way. There's our cattle pen. I know it looks kind of primitive, but it just, you know, holds baby calves. There's more of my barn metal there. And then back here's my ridge. Now in the spring and summertime, this is all mowed. I know it doesn't look like it now, but there's actually a fishing pond right there, a lake down there, and this is all mowed and green and nice and pretty. You'll see it this spring. And then over here's my tree stand where we deer hunt and hunt pretty much for anything. And we got an old pen here if we got like a sick calf, or you know, one of the donkeys get sick, we can isolate them away from the rest of the animals until we get them well, so they don't make the whole herd sick. And then over here is a backup field. I know it don't look like much to you, but it's like 7 acres here. And this is also a containment field if we have animals that get sick, or we get a new herd of animals in, or we get some cows from the stockyards or whatever, and we're not sure what the exact health of the animals are. We'll store them in this field by themselves and keep an eye on them for a month. And that way they've got their own area to run, their own area to feed. We can take care of them, keep an eye on them. We have cameras up here where we can look down on them, make sure they're okay. And then if they get down, we can get them, then we can get them over here in the barn if needed. I mean, we even have that containment cage if we need it. But yeah, so they're pretty well good to go for the day. Like I said, shop fared pretty well. I've got a varmint digging in here, and I've done everything in the world. I'm going to fill this up with concrete. I've pushed this back in there a zillion times. I've actually thrown smoke bombs up in there, firecrackers, you name it. And you can see the tracks in the snow when it snows. He comes right across here, rifles around there, gets under there, rifles back out, and goes back out in the field. So might be a groundhog, a skunk, it's hard telling, but we'll get rid of him at some point. But yeah, everything turned out good. I did lose a gate right here, so I got to get this reattached. Fortunately, we're not using the field right now, so I'll just get this reattached to the posts, get it straightened up. Yeah, but everything here fared out well. I got to get this mess cleaned up and get it out of here. But we'll get that gone. And there's our big old pool. I got to get this thing taken care of. Get you up here. We're not here much in the summer, hardly at all. So we got to get it good and cleaned up, and maybe try to use it this summer. If not, we're gonna have to cover it again and go from there. It's a shame. Big old massive pool and it never gets used. That's the one thing in my life I said I would never build again. I built that thing, and yes, I built it, my family and I. Never again. I mean, we got this big old massive deck here on the back of the house we never use. We built it and it's just there. It's crazy. So much waste. Yeah, I gotta get that jazz out of here. My camera's getting wet, but it's there if we need it, right? 4th of July parties here are usually pretty big. We host over a lot of people and have them over for dinner and cookout and fireworks and all that jazz. Generally shoot the fireworks up over this field because there's a little stream down at the bottom. We have water, something gets real crazy, plus the water hoses right there. The fields look good. Field over there is nice. This field's all eaten down. A lot of people wondered like why we don't ever trim this thicket brush here down. The reason we don't do that is for rabbits. We give them a place to hide and get away from coyotes, foxes, other varmints or whatever, because you know we harvest those and eat them here. So we want to give them a place to survive until we get to them, if that makes any sense. All right, cool guys. I just wanted to take you around the farm with me real quick. I had to take care of the donkeys anyway, and that's gonna be it. So make sure to drop me a like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.